wonder that we focus, there's a lot of attention often on the political activists, but it's very obviously, and Amnesty knows this and has made it a key message. The oppression of the Egyptian government reaches far beyond people who are known to the rest of us as political activists. It can reach down and affect people who are thinking they're just doing their lives, doing their jobs, but any kind of independent thought, any kind of independent act puts them at risk for being called terrorists. And once that happens, we know there's very little good that will happen. So I just wanted to reassure you that Amnesty is not focusing solely on the political activists, the kinds that Congress always hears about. We're sending out the message that this is an assault on the Egyptian people as a whole. So, but thank you for all these stories, and I'll just leave it at that.
Okay, and Jeff, I will take from Asma whatever you need. Asma is working firsthand with the people on the prison. I will, Jeff was Amnesty International, guys, and I will give it to you as soon as I can. Okay. We'll move to Dorothy. 1 minute, please. Sorry. Just 1 second, Doctor. Yeah, let me translate Dorothy. Doctor, can you translate as fast what Jeff said?
اوكي جيفري كان بيقول انه اللي اخذوا كل القصص اللي حكيناها اليوم كلها بتقطع القلب يعني، بس للاسف هو مش سربرايز، مش متفاجئ انه القصص هذه سمع قصص كتير زي هذه، وللاسف انه الظلم النظام ما كانش بس بطول الناس الناشطين السياسيين، بطول ناس عادية، وهاي الناس بتخاف تتكلم لانه بيخافوا انه يتهموا بتهم الارهاب.
Right, احنا we're finishing in no more than 5 minutes, so just wait till we're all finished together. Just that. Dorothy, 1 minute, please. 1 word, and also mention what the people that are trying to reach out to you as well. Go ahead.
So, I just wanted to mention this ending of the emergency decree in Egypt, which I mentioned to Mohammed, and he told me, and I agree, that this is just a game that El-Sisi is playing to make himself look good because he's going to Glasgow for the climate talks. But it's not going to make any difference to the people who are in prison, the 60,000 prisoners, political and otherwise, who are being held in horrific conditions and being allowed to die and be sick and having their babies wrenched away from them. These stories are just heartbreaking. And I commend Mohammed. You're doing God's work here. We have to be strong, and we have to keep on our legislators to stop giving this money. The problem that we have is, of course, is the money comes back to us because it's just an arms sale deal, as everything is with our government. Our government is an arms merchant, and we give money to El-Sisi, and he sends it back here to buy arms from our arms dealers. So it's a difficult problem, but we will stay on it. We will keep the pressure on our legislators. And my friend Susie was on, but she had to go, but she has a lot of connections also, so she'll be working on this with me.
And Dorothy, feel free to mention what you told me before.
I noticed there are fewer people on this call than usual, and that's because something is going on, and we all need to stand behind Mohammed and work with him and not let anybody frighten us off or in any way, because this is really, really important. As goes Egypt, as goes the world. There's no justice anywhere unless there's justice everywhere, and we all know that, and we need to keep that in mind. We need to stand with Mohammed and not believe anything that anybody says that's not in great praise of Mohammed, because he is a wonderful man, and he's put his family and himself in jeopardy trying to do this work, and we need to support him in every way we can.
Okay, Dr. Jan, thank you, Dr. I'm gonna translate the first part. The second part, I will say it because I need to explain why did you say that, and then I will go ahead and give Raed the mic, and then we'll go on. Go ahead.
اوكي دورثي كانت تتكلم عن قانون الطوارئ، كيف انه لغى قبل كم يوم، او قالت انه هذا مش حيفرق كتير مع الناس اللي بتموت في السجن واحوالها بتقطع القلب يعني. هي قالت انه بتتهيأ لها انه قانون الطوارئ زي لعبة او زي جيج، يعني انه بس علشان تخلي النظام شكله احسن. برضو هي حكت عن نقطة بيع السلاح، انه الحكومة الامريكية حسب ما هي قالت انه هي عبارة عن تاجر سلاح كبير بتعطي المعونات للدول الاصغر، والدول هذه بترجع تشتري فيهم سلاح. Is that what you wanted me to do, محمد? Is that enough?
تمام. هي بتتكلم كمان على قانون الطوارئ. قالت قانون الطوارئ هي عارفه شايفه ان هو ده هزار ولعبه من السيسي، لانه في اي لحظه يقدر يرجعها تاني، ودي حركه عشان يحاول يضحك بيها على المجتمع الدولي اللي بيصلح حقوق الانسان، لكن هم فاهمين والناس كلها فاهمه. الجزء الثاني بسرعه هقوله، هي بتتكلم ان في ناس من حاولوا يعملوا لها تاج، يعملوا لها تاج ويتكلموا على مجموعه المسؤولين بالخارج بشكل وحش، منهم المجموعه اللي هم عاملين رسم زي احمد حمدي والناس دي بعتوا لها، وياسر شمس وسوسن، بتقول يا جماعه انا يعني بتتكلم احنا لازم نقف ورا الشغل اللي بيعملوه المصريين بالخارج مهما يجي لنا، الحاجات دي مش هتأثر. هي اتصلت بيا عشان مستغربه ازاي الناس انا كنت بقدمهم ليها كل الناس في الكونجرس معاهم في الشغل بتاعنا، وازاي بيحاولوا ان هو يبوظوا الصوره بتاعتنا. فبتعرف ان يعني ازاي دول معانا فعلا مع القضيه ضد السيسي ولا مع السيسي. فهي مندهشه وبتقول لاي حاجه زي كده احنا بندعم معاك محمد في كل الشغل، في كل شغل المصريين بالخارج من 2013. فهي بتوصل يعني رساله ليهم، قولوا زي ما تقولوا اللي بيعملوه. هي متعوده من اللوبي الصهيوني يعمل نفس الكلام ده ضد اي شغل فلسطيني، يعني اي شغل فلسطيني يحصل عليه كده من اللوبي الصهيوني، وهم الامريكان عندهم واحد. Right, go for it please, and the doctor will translate. Right, go for it.
Hello everyone, Raed Jarrar with Democracy for the Arab World Now done. I want to reiterate what all other speakers said, Muhammad and Jeffrey and others, about the US role in contributing to these violations. Because these are not just violations committed by some dictatorship out there, these are violations committed by a government that is funded and trained and armed and equipped by the United States government. In many cases, the U.S. government is breaking U.S. law by continuing to support these dictatorships. One thing I want to ask about is if folks have any information about the upcoming so-called democracy this upcoming democracy summit. I have heard rumors that they might actually have officials from the Egyptian government attend the summit, which is really unbelievable if that's true. But I wanted to see if anyone has information about that, if anyone has any reactions to the upcoming democracy summit. Ahmed, I can translate my own remarks.
Okay, please go for it.
السلام عليكم جميعا. اسمي رائد جرار. أنا أشتغل مع منظمة اسمها منظمة الديمقراطية الآن للعالم العربي أو دون. منظمة قام بإنشائها الراحل جمال خاشقجي قبل مقتله من قبل الحكومة السعودية. كنت حابب إنه يعني أضيف صوتي للأصوات السابقة اللي ذكرت مسؤولية الحكومة الأمريكية عن الانتهاكات اللي بتحصل داخل مصر. يعني انتهاكات مصر هي ليست انتهاكات يعني بعيدة عن الحكومة الأمريكية أو عن المسؤولية الأمريكية. الانتهاكات تحصل بدعم أمريكي عسكري ومالي ويعني سياسي. فبالتأكيد هناك حاجة للضغط على الحكومة الأمريكية لإيقاف كل أنواع المساعدات لحكومة السيسي. معظم الدعم لحكومة السيسي يتعارض مع القانون الأمريكي الذي يمنع منعا باتا دعم دكتاتوريات أجنبية باستخدام الدعم الأمريكي لقمع شعوبها وتعذيب السجناء إلى ما ذلك. وسؤالي لحضراتكم إنه إذا كانت هناك أي معلومات بالنسبة لحضور مسؤولين من حكومة السيسي إلى المؤتمر القادم في شهر 12 في الولايات المتحدة. هناك مؤتمر يسمى ب ديموكراسي سمت، قمة الديمقراطية أو مؤتمر الديمقراطية سيتم عقده في العاصمة الأمريكية واشنطن في بداية شهر ديسمبر. فسؤالي هل هناك فعلا مشاركة من مسؤولين من الحكومة المصرية؟ هل هناك معلومات مؤكدة عن هذه المشاركة؟
I can get back to you about this one very soon. يعني لو في أي معلومات, if there is any information about Sisi's regime is coming in to attend or not, I can ask around and then I get back to you for some journalists and things like that. I'll definitely give me a couple of days or 3 days to go for you. Okay. We'll go with that. I'm going to get back to you. This will take 1 minute for each person. No more than that, and we'll go. Melissa, please, and then after that, Missy. Then I'll go to you with that. Right, just wait with us. We're going to close the room together. Melissa, go for it. Melissa Turner. Missy, are you there? You're mute.
Yes,
Yeah,
this is Melissa.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I was unmuting my phone. I just want to say thank you for having this conversation today. This is a very important forum, and it's been an honor for us at bmagazine.org to partner with Egyptians Abroad for Democracy Worldwide for years now. We've been holding forums like this and conferences at Carter Center, Washington, D.C., at the National Press Club, and even Harvard University in Boston. And these have been forums and conferences that have brought together people across human rights work, journalists, government workers, and concerned citizens who want to know more about what's happening in the Middle East, and especially in Egypt, and how our taxpayer dollars are being used to fund atrocious human rights violations. And also, from my perspective, we have to think about freedom of the press, freedom of information, and freedom of speech, whether it's activists or journalists. And so I just want to affirm you, Mohammed, for continuing to bring people together to have these important conversations. This is work that needs to continue, and we are honored to partner with you. Thank you.
Go ahead, Doctor, please, if you translate it fast.
اوكي I'm sorry. ميليسا بتقول انه شكرا انه هي مبسوطه انه هي جزء من هذا الشغل، وانه هي مبسوطه انه هي عندها شراكه مع محمد وشغل محمد في الهيومن رايتس. I'm sorry هذا اللي I gathered from.
لا طيب انا هكمل. هي كمان بتتكلم، قالت يا جماعه احنا عملنا مؤتمرات مع مجموعه المسلمين بالخارج في جامعه هارفارد، في جيمي كارتر سنتر، في جامعه بريدجبورت، في يو تي سي، حتى في اوروبا عملنا اكثر من 20 مكان في امريكا والدول الاوروبيه. منظمات حاولنا نغير الراي العام، نعرف الراي العام بالقضيه المصريه، وبتقول ان احنا فخورين ان احنا شغالين بالمجموعه دي. المفروض محمد تقصد Egyptians Abroad for Democracy. فاحنا مكملين معاك، مكملين الشراكه. هي اصلا بتقول الكلام ده لان برضه هي من الناس اللي بيحاولوا ناس يبعتوا لها على الخاص، يقولوا يبعتوا على الخاص ليها علشان يحاولوا يبوظوا الصوره بتاعت المسلمين بالخارج والشغل. للاسف من المجموعه اللي محسوبين على المعارضه اللي حضراتكم عارفينها اللي عاملين مجموعه الطياره، فبرضه بعت لهم على الخاص. هي مستغربه دول معانا، وكانت بتسالني دول معاكم في المعارضه؟ قلت لها انا وضحت اللي حصل، فقلت لي طبعا مثلا يعني هم they wasted their time يعني. انا بس حبيت اوصل لكم رساله بتتمنى اللي هي ميسي. Go for it please.
Hi, Mohammed. I just want to thank you and thank everyone for all of the hard work that you're doing, that we're doing together, and for sharing these heartbreaking stories. I also want to say that it is absolutely imperative that we stick together, that we speak together, that we stand together for a free Egypt and for human rights. I've been working with Mohammed and with so many of you for years, starting in I guess it was in Istanbul with Medea Benjamin and Mohammed organizing this and meeting and just learning to just have so much respect for these the Egyptians, the all of us Egyptian Americans or Americans working together with our Egyptian brothers and sisters and internationally. And I just want to say that solidarity is key for this work to move forward, that we must speak with a unified voice and support each other's work. And also, as co-founders of B Magazine, Melissa and I have been to so many of these places across the country. We're in Boston today. We were with Mohammed and many of you just a few years ago, 3 or 4 years ago, at Harvard Law School, speaking for Egypt for the atrocities that Sisi, this dictator, has been doing, and this is continuing, and this is absurd. This is just crazy, and that America is supporting and sending funds to a country, to Egypt, and to Palestine. I've been working in Palestinian human rights, and there's definitely a connection here. And we need to question this. We need to question the Zionist agenda. We need to question Sisi's agenda. This is a dictator. Why is America supporting this? We need to keep bringing this up and keep this in front of the American public. And like you're saying, Mohammed, we need to bring more people into these groups and share on our social media and share, signing these petitions. But we've got to stand together. And for those that want to work with Melissa or with me, bmagazine.org, Gandhi Global Center for Peace, you need to... we work with Mohammed. We have built trust together. We have built work together. It's so, when you build a relationship and you build a network, then this is how you grow it. You work together. You work with the trust of the people that you have stood with. And we know him, and he knows how to bring our logos in and get us together. So instead of dividing up and we don't need to reinvent the wheel, we need to just make this wheel stronger, make our voices stronger, and stand together. So Mohammed, thank you, and thank all of you for the work you're doing. And my heart goes out to those who have been touched or hurt or harmed, or know loved ones who have been in this madness that Sisi has brought about, this disease that he's brought into this beautiful country of Egypt that is infecting the world. And we have to stand up. I will close with some words that Mahatma Gandhi said, and that is, first they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, then you win. And we will win, but we must stand together. Mohammed, thank you, and thank all of you.
Thank you very much, Miss, for your great words. Doctor, please translate.
ميليسا بتقول انه هي قلبها كتير بوجعها من كل
Not Melissa, Melissa finish.
sorry ميسي بتقول انه قلبها بوجعها من كل الحالات اللي حكيناها والحالات السيئة جدا الموجودة في مصر. هي اكدت انه شكله في كونكشن او في رابطة بين اللي بيصير في مصر واللي بيصير مع الفلسطينيين، انه الاشي سمته هي اجندة زايونست او اجندة صهيونية. هي أكدت أكثر من مرة في أول كلامها وفي آخر كلامها إنه لازم نشتغل كلنا مع بعض ونكون عنا صوت واحد ونكون متحدين، ما نضيعش وقت، ما نتفرقش وما نتقطعش، ونحاول نكون كلنا جماعة واحدة، لأنه هو هيك الشغل رح يصير. وهي ختمت كلامها بمقولة لغاندي إنه هم في الأول بيضحكوا منك، بيستهزئوا بيك، وبعدين بيحاربوك، وفي الآخر أنت بتنتصر.
الجزء الثاني يقول لهم بتاع التراست اللي احنا لازم نشتغل مع بعض، لان في ناس
Yes, I did. مش أنا حكيت إنه لازم نكون كلنا صوت واحد ومجتمعين وما نتفرقش وما نخليش إشي يفرقنا. إذا بتحب تضيفي محمد.
طيب هو بس عشان في ناس حبوا يشتغلوا معاها في مشروع، هي ما تعرفش مين المصريين الاكتيفيست ومين اللي تبع السيسي، فبتقول لو أي حد عايز، ميسي عندها مسؤولة عن ماجازين اسمها بي ماجازين، وميليسا بي ماجازين، وميسي السي او بتاع الفاوندر بتاع اورجانيزيشن اسمها غاندي جلوبال فور بيس. فبتقول لو اي حد عايز يشتغل معاهم، احنا عاملين كواليشن تحالف مع بعض، وبنينا تراست مع محمد من 2013، وكان نفس الميعاد ده السنه اللي فاتت كنا في هارفارد يونيفرسيتي، جامعه هارفارد قسم القانون، وعملنا مؤتمر. اي حد عايز يشتغل معاهم شغل من مصر يتواصل معاه، لان هو دي انا بعمل لهم يعني فلتر مين الناس دي وتشتغلوا معاهم ولا فتقول كده. يعني كل اللي بيبعتوا لها على الخاص وعايزين يشتغلوا ويعملوا شغل معاهم يتواصلوا. احنا عاملين تحالف مع بعض 12 منظمه، وانا هكون او المجموعه بتاعتنا هتكون اللي بتتكلم باسمهم في لما تيجي الموضوع على مصر. لما يكون على فلسطين بيبقى في حد تاني، فحبيت بس تقول ديت. طيب وفاء go for it please and then we'll
Yeah,
finish.
hi everybody. Yes, I'm not gonna repeat everything that everybody said, although I agree with every single word. It's just always a good thing to be together. We've been together through the Sheikh Jarrah, and we're together for Egypt. And actually, it is the same stories, the same different names for the regimes, but same tactics and politics. So it is. It's just we have to have these alliances, and we have to carry on the work and just try our best and our hardest to change this, and we can by grassroots movements, advocacy on the higher level, and civil society movements. And of course, it's heartbreaking to hear all these stories. It's as if I'm hearing about the detainees in the Zionist prisons, and we just finished a strike, like a movement for a strike for the Palestinian detainees. And I think it's like when Messi says that it looks like, no, actually it is this. It's one policy towards the region, to change the region face, and to have the interest of the U.S. In the region. So thank you all for always being together, Dorothy, Missy, and Majda Wazir and Naguib, and of course Mohammed. Carry on. We support you always. And always it's good to come and have these alliances. That's there is no other way to do it. And till we have justice everywhere, there is no justice anywhere. Thank you, guys. And Mohammed, you want me to say that in few words in Arabic?
Yes, please translate, and then we'll take last word from Maisa, and we'll close by Maisa. Okay.
أنا بس حبيت أقول إنه التحالفات ضرورية جدا بين كل الناس اللي بيشتغلوا من أجل العدالة والحق في العالم كله. طبعا هم قالوا كلام جميل جدا، وأنا كنت دائما مع الروم تبعت الإيجيبشن بورد ديموكراسي، وبشكر محمد إنه هو دائما تاكلز القضايا المهمة والعادلة في مصر، وفي كمان حول العالم، ومن ضمنها هو بنصرة فلسطين كمان. كوني فلسطينية أمريكية، أنا يعني بشكر كل الموجودين هون كمان. هم يعني بقول لازم إحنا كلنا نكون مع بعض، لأنه مش هنحصل العدل في أي مكان إلا إذا كان العدل في كل مكان. وشكرا لكم جميعا.
شكرا جدا. Thank you. We'll finish with you, Maisa. Maisa is one of the founders for Egyptians Abroad for Democracy. We founded in Rabaa.
أيوة عارفة.
تمام. Maisa is from Rabaa Square. We did it inside Rabaa, the first organization from Rabaa Al-Adawiyya, where the disperse took place. So I'm honored for Maisa to be a co-founder of the movement. Go ahead, Maisa. بالعربي والإنجليزي بقى.
Thank you very much, Muhammad. I'm so pleased to attend this room. Thank you for everybody who has attended and has listened to the extremely heartbreaking stories. Actually, we keep trying to memorize what's happening inside the prisons in Egypt, and we cannot even collect or have a conclusive or maybe clear statistics of what is happening, but it's beyond imagination. Actually, what is happening inside the Egyptian prisons are beyond imagination. Thank you very much, Asma, for all the statistics that you have given, and all the documentations that you have given. And thank you, Muhammad, for making up this room, and just keep up the good work, and we will always be there for this important aspect of the military coup in Egypt that has been ongoing since 2013 and until present day, and it hasn't stopped for an hour of a day. It's been going on since then. Thank you very much for everybody. أنا حبيت بس أشكر الجميع وأشكر أسماء بالتحديد على المعلومات الثمينة القيمة اللي هي قدمتها لنا وعلى التوثيق والإحصاءات الدقيقة، وبشكر محمد علشان هو يعني عمل الغرفة دي، وواضح إن في حرب شديدة طبعا على وصول الكلام ده لكل الناس، لان الغرفه فيها شيء مش مظبوط فعلا، ما بتوصلش لكل حد وما حدش بيشوفها حتى على يعني على الكلاب هاوس، الا لازم تبعت اللينك برايفتلي لكل حد. وان شاء الله احنا يعني مستمرين في العمل ده، وعمرنا ما هنتوقف لحد ما ان شاء الله هيجي يوم هنهني بعض بانتهاء هذا النظام ورجوع الحقوق اللي مستحق لها. Merci يا محمد، شكرا جزيلا.
I will say the last word. Just guys, to let you know, we have been working very hard since 2015, and unfortunately the regime was able to have people among the opponents to attack us right now, using their names as opponents. Like right now we're under attack big time, our group, but any other group like Hezb Abu Masr, we already were doing the case. We have Heidi there with the audience. She did like a case against Sisi and Ethiopia, and they attacked our political party for doing that, and they're supposed to be opponents. We are under attack. They play very well. They're getting people among the opponents to play that role, and the reason Messi and Melissa and Dorothy and Raed and everybody say that, they wanted to say this out loud, that they will not be affected. Whoever trying to communicate with us privately or personally to put a bad image for Muhammad or his group is not going to happen. They're used to that from the Zionists, from the Lebanon, from AIPAC, and things like that. They're used to it when they work in the Palestinian case, so it's not going to happen. The American people, especially politicians, are very wise and smart. I'm going to say this in Arabic to the people. يا جماعة الناس هنا في الغرفة بيقولوا في ناس بعتت لهم تاج على تويتر ليهم، مجرد ان انا كنت بعمل لهم تاج فخدوا التاج من عندي، ناس المفروض محسوبين على المعارضه وبيحاولوا يشوهوا صوره الشغل بتاعتنا، حتى في شغل العمل اللي بنعمله بيتكلموا كلام على المجموعه مش كويس وعلى الحزب اللي احنا فيه برضه مش كويس، عشان حتى واحنا عاملين قضيه سبب كده وحبوا يقولوا اللي بيبعتوا بيدوا رسائل الناس اللي بيبعتوا لهم احنا جزء من العمل مع حركه المسلمين بالخارج، واحنا في شراكه بيننا، واي حد عايز يتواصل معانا يتواصل من خلال مجموعه المسلمين بالخارج. وهم مستغربين قوي دول مع معارضه بجد، دول فعلا ضد السيسي ولا مع السيسي؟ يعني حتى لو في خلافات شخصيه ليه بيحاولوا يبوظوا الشغل بتاع مصر بتاع القضيه؟ يعني انت يا محمد بتبعت لنا ملفات اول باول وبنشتغل معاك ومع ميسه ومع ناس كتيره وزي اسماء النهارده وبتبعت ملفات ليه بيعملوا كده؟ حتى لو في خلافات شخصيه، متاكد ان دول معاكم ولا ضدكم؟ متاكد لان اكيد بيدخلوا ناس وسط المعارضه تعمل تخش في السيف، لان ده مش طبيعي ان هم يعملوا حاجه حتى لو مختلفين